Welcome back to SC-401 exam tutorial series. This is the second video in the SC-401 series. In our previous video, we have discussed about know your data. In know your data, we were discussing on the classifiers like trainable classifiers, EDM classifier, exact data match classifier, and sensitive info type. So that we have already discussed in know your data. So now in this second session, we are discussing on protect your data. So in order to protect our data, we use information protection, and there we have option for creating sensitivity labels. So let me just take you to the Microsoft Purview portal. So we are in the Microsoft Purview portal here under, let me just take you to the sensitive labels. To get the sensitive labels, let us go to solutions. Under solution, we have information protection. Let me select information protection. And here we have sensitivity labels, as you can see over here. Sensitivity labels. So I click on that. Sensitivity labels, you could see certain sensitivity labels which is already created by Microsoft and provided here. As we have E5 license, these sensitivity labels you can see here, it is auto created by Microsoft. Personal, public, general, confidential, and highly confidential. So first of all, let us know what is the sensitivity labels. Sensitivity labels are used to classify email messages, documents, sites, and more. So sensitivity labels are used to classify email, messages, documents, sites, and more. When label is applied, the label can be applied by two ways. Either it can be applied automatically or by the user. So once the label is applied to the content or site, it is protected based on the settings you choose. So what settings we are choosing, what settings we have mentioned in these labels, accordingly it protect that data. For example, if it is highly confidential label, we say in this label that the data should be, if it is marked as highly confidential, then that document should be encrypted. And these labels you can apply to some other policy like DLP policy, and in the DLP policy you can say if the highly confidential data is there, then you should not allow that to send to the external outside the organization. You can keep that in the DLP policy. According to the license you have, the options you also get changed in Microsoft Purview portal. So let us see what is the difference between E3 and E5 licenses. So in case if you have E5 license, you have full access to sensitivity labels by default. You can create, publish, apply sensitivity labels, manual labeling, and advanced feature like automatic labeling, default labels for libraries, and auto labeling policies are included in E5, or by adding E5 compliance information protection and governance add-on. Either you get this add-on, or if you have E5, you have manual and automatic labeling, default label for libraries, all these permission you get it, and E5 is the topmost layer of license. When we move to E3, if you have only E3 license, then sensitivity label is available but with limits. There are certain limit if you are using E3 license. Manual sensitivity labels are included with E3. Create and apply them manually. You will have to create and apply them manually. You can publish labels from Microsoft Purview Compliance Center, and users can apply them to content. You have to create it and publish those labels. But in the case of E5, you have an option to create it and publish it. At the same time, automatic labeling also is done from the Microsoft side. And advanced features not included in default E3. The advanced features like automatic labeling, client and server side, default labels for SharePoint libraries, these are not included in E3. Some automatic protection like machine learning based automatic protection, that is not included in the E3 license. To know more about sensitivity labels, let us create a label right now. Here we do have all personal, public, general, confidential, and highly confidential. So actually we do not have to create anything and add it, but to know it more better, let us create a new one and let's edit the existing ones. So I am going and creating a label and I name it as secret. Display name also it is secret, and the priority is given highest. Description for users, secret label, and if you want to give any description for admins, you can give it here. And here you have an option to give a label color. So I apply a green color to this label. Let me click on next, and here it asks for the scope, where files and other data sets, label files, data set in Microsoft 365, Microsoft Fabrics, and Microsoft Azure, and emails, label messages send all versions of Outlook, and meetings, calendar events, meeting schedules in Outlook, and Teams. Everywhere we have selected the scope. Let me click on next and choose protection settings. So that's what we were discussing earlier. In sensitivity label, you can choose the protection settings for the type of item you selected. You have control access, control who can access and view labeled items. You have an option to control access. Then apply content marking, custom header and footer, and watermarks to the labeled items. You can if consider a Word file, in that Word file you can add a header and footer, and even if you require, you can add a watermark in that Word, like it's a secret file. And protect Teams meeting and chat. I do not have a license for this, so I do not able to tick over here. So let me click on next. As I have selected access control, use encryption capability to control who can access labeled items. So assign permission now or let user to decide. You have an option here to assign permission now, which means this will be automatically get applied as per the condition we give, or let user assign permission when they apply the label. So I select as assign permission now, and so we have shared a secret data to somebody via email, a Word document which is marked as a secret, and I am sharing that to some other user via email. So user access to that content expires never, on a specific date, or a number of days after label is applied. For example, I am giving after 30 days, a user should lose the access to that particular file. Then allow offline access. Should we allow offline access to that particular file? Only online you can access, or offline should we allow it or not? Never allow offline access. Always allow offline access, only for a number of days. For some 10 days, let him access offline, then it should not be able to access offline. Then assign permission to specific users and group. Assign permission to all users and group in your organization. I select that. And here you have an option for the dynamic watermarking. If you require, you can select that. And use double key encryption. Let me click on next. Content marking. If you want to add any watermark, add a footer, you can give that. Now name like secret document. I add it as a footer. Add any header, you can customize it here. Or if you want to add any watermark, you can do it here. Alright, let me click on next. Auto labeling for files and emails. If you turn it on, then according to the condition you give, it will automatically label the files and emails. For example, if I am selecting here, automatically apply this label, condition should be if it contains any credit card number, automatically apply the label. Display the message the users when the label is applied. You can give any message if you want to give, or you can keep it blank. Alright, let me click on next. Now we have some protection settings. So here some defined protection settings for groups and sites. I just skip it and click on next and create the label. So the sensitivity label has been created right now. Publish label to users apps. You have an option to or automatically apply label to the sensitivity content. You have an option to do that. Creating the label is just the first step in labeling and protecting the content. So creating label is just the first step. To make this label available to the users in your organization, you can auto apply it or specific content and publish it to users app. So next step is either automatically apply label to the sensitivity content or publish labels to the users apps. We go with that, or don't create a policy yet. You can publish or auto apply this label later. So I go with this. I click on done, and here we have to create auto labeling policy. Let me create a policy. So it is asking me to create an auto labeling policy. So automatic name is taken. So let me click on next, and label to auto apply. We have selected secret. Let me click on next. Admin Unis full directory. Let me click on next. Which location to be selected right now? So we have selected all the location like Exchange email, SharePoint site, OneDrive accounts. Next. Common rules. Define one set of common rules for all the locations. We go with the default one. On next. And the policy mode and the secret rule we have selected, and the matching what the conditions we have already mentioned in our labels. So we'll proceed with the same and click on next. So there are some additional settings for email. These settings only apply to email messages. Automatically replace existing labels that have the same or lower priority. It is explained over here in the text. Or apply encryption to emails received from outside your organization. I don't select anything here. Let me click on next, review, and create the policy. So we have created the secret sensitivity label here, and the priority you can see it is 12. And here under policies you have an option to label publishing policies or auto labeling policies. Label publishing policy is nothing but you do it on manually, and auto labeling policy it take automatically from the, as the name suggests, this will be auto labeling policies. Automatically the policy will label the items. That's all about sensitivity labels. Thanks for watching this video. We will meet in the other video. Till then, goodbye.